What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 274 of the Good Kraken Show. 274. Good God. Oof.
Feels good, man. Feels good.
Yeah, I know. Thank God we have some comfy
That's
chairs,
like one
right?
for every day of the year. If the
Almost.
year ended at 274 days.
Yeah, it's like 3/4 of a year. Crazy.
That's like almost a year, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
It's like almost a year.
Like not quite a year.
Guys, I'm your host, Devin Stanford, aka the dude that be shitting today.
Yeah, is that AKA that who you are? Wow, dude.
I mean, that's who I am right now. I don't know, dude. I'm gassing myself up. You know what I'm saying? I am joined here by the one and only Prison Face, aka Ernell Pearson, the king
That's
of the
crazy.
sea.
fucking Ocean Shrine for
Prison Face is
president.
insane.
2024 Shark Daddy, baby. Let's go. So two things. One, gentlemen, my new computer came in.
Oh, it did?
Oh hell yeah!
My new computer came in. So Garrick, whenever you're ready to have one of your family members fucking meet up with me and grab this fucking computer, let's fucking do it, doggy dog.
Yours,
Let's get this baby to you. Let's get this baby to you. I'm gonna get it set up this weekend, get everything put onto the new computer, get everything dialed in before podcast stuff next week, so that I'm not fucking up our production stuff next week.
Yeah,
after this weekend, so by Tuesday, I'm hoping everything will be good as gold and we can get things rolling for you, so we can
Do you have it outside of the box yet?
Not yet. No, still in the box. I just opened it and saw the stuff in there, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, dog. So we're got.
Ernell just has the box. He never opens it. He's like, why is this not giving me more performance?
Just keep it like, yeah, dude. Why does my computer keep overheating? That's crazy. What the fuck? My monitors aren't even plugged in, dude.
Like the AIO.
Wait, what?
Did you get
EIO? What? Oh, McDonald had a farm?
EIO.
It's called an AIO. The liquid cooler for the CPU and everything.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna
got it.
making
He's
sure
taming
everything's
that
good as
beast
gold
with
once
water.
we get it all put together. But secondly, I wanted, speaking of what Devin was saying earlier, fucking hyping ourselves up here. I saw a Twitter thread the other day. So one of my favorite things ever on the internet is women being thirsty. Like, period. Because women are thirsty in a very like classy way that like makes me laugh really fucking hard. Most of the time.
always.
No. Hear me out. Most of the time,
Okay.
it's in a
It's a
classy.
generational difference because the younger women in like around my age, okay, they are unhinged. All right, they. Someone said, "Look, I'll hold on." There's a tweet.
He's like,
that
I have evidence.
I
said,
can
hold on,
attest to
receipts,
this,
dude, receipts.
because some of my closest friends are women, and they are not classy about.
No.
thirsty.
My difference speaking though is that like women aren't thirsty in a way that men are. When men are kind of like, I'll fuck your mouth, bitch. And they like quote tweet you. They quote tweet the woman and say that. And it's like, oh, fuck. Dude, like, chill the fuck out, bro.
You're like aggressive.
What chicks are like, I want to suck that guy's dick, because that's what my friend says all the time.
Which is tight. Well, that's tight, dude. Like, that's okay. And they're keeping their distance. They're not like going up and be like, want your dick sucked? Like, that's too much. That's fucking so extra, dude. And some of them will do that. Some of them will do that.
I think
and
it really
that's what
just
I mean.
depends on
I'm
the
being
type
a little
of
bit
person or no.
But listen, like a majority of the fucking internet, we see dudes are fucking heathens on the internet. Okay, we see it all the goddamn time. My point being,
agree on that.
I saw a thread in which I saw women being thirsty over Maddie Matheson, and it made me realize,
Ooh, hell yeah.
I might actually fucking got it going on. I'm a thick dude with fucking tattoos that likes food, and if that's what like people are asking for, that's what the market's really demanding. I'm here to deliver. Okay,
Matthew Matheson he's a real
I
chef.
can be your product, because if you go to onlyfans.com you can pay for your product
shut down.
Okay, so I see the tweet pulled up. The only reason I have this tweet is because Coop quote tweeted it because he thought it was insane. So this is for a fictional character in Jujutsu Kaisen called Toji. And it says,
Okay.
Toji would be the type to press down on your stomach to see how far he is inside you. Mark the area and have you go get a tattoo of his name where the spot is. Heart emoji. And then quote tweeted it saying, y'all require aid, assistance, succor, some motherfucking help.
Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, though. Here's the deal, though. My point in comparing the two is that men will quote tweet a woman's picture and then literally put the color code for their nipples in the quote of the picture.
The hex code. The
like,
hex code
doing
demons?
it for an anime character that you're trying to get fucking beat up by.
I've seen
you know what I'm
women do
saying?
that for like a fictional guy's like tip color.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a fictional fucking character, but when dudes are doing that shit in the replies, bro, that's awesome. Bro, that's crazy. Anyways, OnlyFans.com/show.
Oh my god. I'm about to go to my 5th holiday party this month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Change subject here.
Yeah. No. For sure, man. That's
so you're gonna
fucking
show your your coworkers Ernell's OnlyFans account? Is that where you're trying to get at?
It's good, dog.
Honestly, some of them have probably already seen it if it actually exists.
I was their delivery driver for the better part of like a year and a half.
No, this isn't the 3.1. This isn't the 3.1.
Oh,
this
not
is Hawthorne Theater.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
introduce the rest of these
last week.
Introduce these fools that aren't the cornering the market right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Sure. Now that was all my fault that you went on that tangent. Okay. We're also joined by the very disappointed but also beautiful cherry blossom, Garrick Bartholomew Eaton.
Hi, Garrick.
It's a Garrick.
Man. Yeah, dude.
Garrick lost his voice.
No, man, no. He lost.
He's leaning hard into the very disappointed.
Will to live. 2024 just started and he's already going to quit Good Kraken. It's crazy. I'm pretty sure this is his first piece of content of this year. I think.
Yeah, no, I did Tuesday last week.
You did the last Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the second piece of content.
So he made it one episode in the year, and now he's gonna quit.
And now I'm wanting to quit. Hey, that's a new record, I think.
Yeah,
New record.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. He's been ready to quit for quite some time, but not quite a year.
No, it's actually the weather's fucked here. It's bad. It's snowing, but like it's fucking snowing. So I learned what a snow squall was today.
Snow squall? Is that not just
that
one area of Final Fantasy VIII? Devin knows what I'm talking about.
That's
Squall
literally
is a
that's what it
character.
sounds like.
I know.
It sounds like it would be something from Final Fantasy. But apparently it's when it fucking snows sideways. And
Isn't that just called horizontal snow?
Dude, the visibility was like fucking 0.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like, dude, it was literally like so I was driving home from work and it literally just felt like I was driving home from work Star Wars Lightspeed.
Oh, it was gonna be the.
Oh, I've driven in snow like that before, like up on Mount Hood and stuff like that.
That sounds tight.
Yeah, it was fucked. Except for it would do that, and it would be coming at you, and then it would randomly just pivot 90 degrees into a sheet, and you couldn't see nothing. And so, like, you'd be like, snow, wall of fucking, like, death. And you're like, oh, cool, I hope there's nobody in front of me, otherwise we're all gonna literally die.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's what it's about, man. Snow in Utah?
Xander goes, this is why IGN doesn't accept my emails. And then Girlspit goes, haven't seen you boys since last year. Also, driving through space is the best.
Yeah, it is. Also, Xander, that's not why. We know why they don't. We know why.
We know why.
Because
we're actual gamers, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. Yeah. We actually like games that they think are bad.
We actually know how to play games. Actually.
Yeah.
But we know how to play games, dude. Their footage is always trash.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you, Jeff Grubb. I'm kidding.
Jeff Grubb isn't even part of IGN.
I know. I want to talk shit, dude. I wanted to talk shit, man. Can you just let me like talk shit?
Bomb. Come on.
I never talk shit about these fucking other like video game creators, man. Let me have some fun. You know what I mean?
It's probably a good thing.
No, we love you. We love you, Jeff Grubb. We love you so much, Jeff Grubby Grubb. We love you, dude. I'm gonna cut this into a clip and we're gonna send it to Jeff. And say
And I hope
actually
he replies, "I hate you."
we're gonna say thank you, Jeff, for all of your wonderful knowledge and everything you do for the games industry. Nolan North said I can't gaslight people anymore, so unfortunately I can't be a jerk to you. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said you
That's
can.
true.
Nolan North said you can only gaslight your friends.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is what he said. Yeah. So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
So what you
I
need to
said-
do now
Yeah,
is you need to go through the long and rigorous process of forming a friendship with Jeff Grubb so that you can subsequently gaslight it.
Gentlemen, are we even prepared for Good Kraken to be bigger than this? Because if I have the capabilities of gaslighting the entire games industry, I'm letting you know now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I'll double down on it with you.
Like I will straight like people are gonna be like, you only like that because you're a Sony pony, and I'm like, am I, or am I an Xbox fan? And then I just like have a picture like a fake.
You just have an Xbox.
Just
I mean, he does have an
Xbox.
Xbox. He just got a Series S, like he's carrying it like a boom
Exactly,
box.
dude. Exactly,
He's
man.
got- he's like,
You know
hey,
what this
listen.
is?
He's like,
I don't
hey,
know if
listen.
you know what this is.
He's like, hey, listen. It doesn't sound like a jet engine.
Yeah, I know
It's not
exactly.
plugged in. It's like, see,
For real.
And
No
I'll
noise.
find like a Timu PS5. You know what I'm talking about, DJ. I'll find a Timu PS5 and smash it in a clip and then put that out and said like, do I really like PlayStation?
Do I really?
Do I like PlayStation? But
It'd
it
be
was
really funny if you were wearing a
no,
God
you
of War
you
shirt
send
while
him
you
an
did it.
edited clip of just words out of context, like spliced together that he says, "I hate Sony." Is that?
Like a bad Photoshop.
Did you see the
But
meme
of
I
text.
sent to Crack Boys the other day?
Which one? You send a lot.
So it's from Invincible, and Mark goes, "We'll just have our own Game of the Year award," and that's Sony. And then his girlfriend has a Baldur's Gate 3 symbol, and it goes, that still doesn't count. And then it shows they're sitting on the tower, and then it's a screenshot of Sony's Twitter. And it goes, "We win. Congratulations to Marvel Spider-Man 2, which won the Platinum Trophy for PS5 Game of the Year at the PlayStation Blog Game of the Year 2023 Awards."
For real.
Damn, they
Talk
won
about
an award at least.
sniffing your own farts, dude.
That'd be really funny if Baldur's Gate won that award. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Baldur's Gate, though,
Mm.
we also have the soon-to-be maybe DM himself one day.
Mm.
The one and only Twitch's very own DJ.
Yeah. What up, man?
What's happening, DJ? What's happening, doggy dog?
We
I
just
gave you
say
a
that
different
this
sound
shit.
this time. I'm trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
feel out how the Nolan horn sounds with your name, and I feel like I actually like it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank
I
you.
feel like I like it. DJ gives
feel
Nolan,
like-
you know what I'm saying? He gives Nolan.
I feel like this is the appropriate sound to introduce DJ with.
Oh,
The porn.
I spent
fucking
10 minutes trying to literally bridging the gap for me to hook my own OnlyFans page, and you're saying DJ gets that sound? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
Okay.
just say that this shit. They not
Okay.
even the fart. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude. All right. Yeah, no, he's right. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right, dog. DJ, how are you today,
Ice
dude?
Spice's new
Like,
song.
I
Have
look-
you heard it? Have you heard the snippet? That shit's fucking hilarious.
I
She
actually
literally opens
already
it up.
came up with the sound for Ernell. It's
Oh yeah.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
There it is.
DJ,
There it
how are you today? How are you, DJ? How was your
Doing
weekend?
good, man. Went to gym. Went to gym today. Gymmed pretty hard. Worked my legs and shit like that.
Went to the gym.
Leg
Gym
day
pretty
for
hard.
Yeah. And I came home, took a nap, and I woke up, and I'm here.
Nothing like gymming the old legs, if you will.
I need
Yeah,
you to
man,
just
hit-
chug
hit-
a protein shake next time
Have
you
a
say gym
Gatorade.
really hard.
You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
what-
I have a
yeah.
protein shake, DJ, that I recommend if you are trying to chug protein shakes. It's probably the easiest one
Dude,
I've
what
ever had
what
to chug.
protein shake?
It's called fucking goddamn it. Hold on.
DJ's just like, yeah, I gym real hard, and then he just dry scoops fucking pre-workout.
Dude, I do that once a week.
My brother,
Yeah, dude.
actually does that.
So
Like,
if you
I
if
like
you
how Arnell phrased that. He was just like, "That's my secret to a long life. Once a week, I dry scoop pre-workout."
I don't think dry scooping actually that good.
yeah, man, yeah.
I feel like it's
Yeah.
more of a psychological thing for you. You know, the dry scoop. Of,
No. So when you consume the dry
I had no
scoop,
idea.
there's no liquid to cut the direct impact of when your stomach is consuming it. So you're getting like all of the pre-workout ingredients directly with a quicker digestion process. And so
like,
you
someone who doesn't work out or is anywhere near like working out and getting like fitness, like that sounds insane. Like that, yeah,
It's-
dude. Just dry scoop some fucking powder in your fucking mouth.
if
dude.
you're
just inhale it.
if
Just
you're
inhale it.
not
Lift weights, bro.
I really highly do not suggest doing that if you're like in any way, shape, or form like sensitive to caffeine, because it will fucking make you shaky and you will get like the prickly feeling all over your body of like when you're like
Dude, I'm not into that. I don't need pre-workout. I just go in and I fucking
yeah, I know. Well, anyway,
Yeah,
so the
pre-workouts for
protein
wussies,
shake,
dude.
I recommend Seek. That's SEEQ. It's a whey isolate protein shake. And it is, instead of a shaky consistency, it's a juice consistency. So it tastes like Kool-Aid. So you can just knock these bitches back like fucking crazy.
Where are these
dog.
at? Like, do we have to order
You
online,
can
or
order
do-
them on Amazon. A tub of this stuff at what is it? 25 servings. It's $50. Highly recommend. 22 grams of protein per serving.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of juicing and just taking it straight, we're not talking about that because today we're talking about genetic material to save mankind. The Switch may finally switch it up and much, much more, because this is the Good Kraken podcast,
Taking
not the
it
workout
straight.
podcast. Your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. West Coast, best coast time. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show and get exclusive post-show content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea. And I know you guys have been hearing us say soon, but very soon, meaning this February, you'll know what that means.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's
We have it roll
go.
out in February,
if-
unlike last year.
Yeah. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, tell them, DJ.
Prime Gaming.
You also have this little thing called Twitch Prime, and we would love for you to give that to us to help us keep pushing out content for all of you listening or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation point. You know that little thing? You know, you hold shift and then you press down on the
Yep.
one key.
Exactly.
Yep,
Yeah.
that thing.
Mhm.
And you can leave a review there.
Yeah.
Garrick!
Hmm.
We got some captain's orders.
We sure do. We sure do.
Guys, our first episodes of 2024 are now available. Yeah, we got a couple podcast episodes out for you guys. We got a shipwreck out for you guys. I think we got some gameplay too, right? Lego Fortnite.
No, we ended up not uploading that one, but that's okay. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Fortnite.
How did that go, by the way?
It went great. We actually had a really, really good time.
Man, that
Oh,
shit-
dude, I want to play that game with friends. It actually looks fun.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly in depth.
Yeah.
I've made a pact with myself for this year to like be a little more readily available to play video games with you guys. So like, fucking please give me excuses. Please give me excuses.
Play DayZ with me. You got a new PC. Come on. Dude, I think you would really like. Dude, we found a server that has dinosaurs on it. And I don't mean just a few. I mean a lot of different kinds of dinosaurs. And they even put the visitor center from Jurassic Park in it, retextured the whole map. It's like you're on a Jurassic Park island, and there's still zombies too.
yeah.
And it's really fun. It's really fun. It's so sick. It's like playing Dino Crisis.
No, the fuck it's not. Don't even try to compare Daisy to the
Dude,
hit
I'm gonna
fucking
show it.
classic
I'm gonna show it to you
Dino
later.
Crisis. Please.
Dude, it's
Please.
fucking sick.
I burped in the microphone.
One of my
just
coworkers
to annoy you.
one of my coworkers has been playing with us. Larry's been playing, and Logan's been playing.
Wow,
It's been really good.
that's great. You
No.
named 4 people that like a dog shit game. I'm sorry.
Don't get me started on dog shit things. that
It's
you
not,
like.
it's not a dog shit game. I know. I'm just talking about shit. I'm talking about
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
If I can't talk shit about Jeff Grau, I gotta talk shit about Daisy. You know what I'm saying?
that game has actually had a big resurgence again. So
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Because the day before it shit itself.
exactly, everybody's like, "Oh wait, we already have this. That's way better."
Yeah.
But yeah, go to our YouTube channel, smash that like button, follow us, put those notifications on, go to our Discord, watch those episodes, watch us live, listen to us on audio if you can't watch us. Leave
Yeah, save
reviews.
the videos to the
Do all
watch
that
later
thing.
playlist. that you
Subscribe to onlyfans.com/social.
I'm gonna like say you can do that, but I'm also gonna be like, do you really?
You don't know. I mean, you never know what you're signing up for until you actually go and look at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
I'm
just
saying.
Ernell playing with a Rubik's cube.
Sure. The Rubik's Cube is my nutsack.
Anyway,
Anyways.
Garrick, what do we got next, man?
We are headed to our hands-on segment, so you better put your hands on deck.
What was
Hell
that
yeah.
gunshot
I'm not
ass
doing it.
sound that I just heard?
That was
underneath?
DJ. He was
Was
showing
that
us that
so?
he
Oh,
works
Oh,
works
the
out
hand,
with
the
his
hands
hands.
Put
on the
his
deck.
hands
on his
deck.
Gotcha.
He visually was like, you see these hands? They're on
And I
deck.
fucking
On the
And
deck.
then he put him on the
On the
deck,
deck,
and then
yeah.
he really just gorilla gripped that thing. You know what I'm saying? Really gripped that
Yeah,
deck.
he did.
Really
Just
gripped that
fucking-
deck.
you know what I'm
Gorilla
saying?
gripped
Just
that
gripped
thing.
that shit.
Yeah.
Gripped
Hey,
it.
man.
Two
Yeah.
hands.
Finger
Two
indentions
hands.
on my penis.
Just gripped it. You know what I'm saying?
He said a word, guys. He said
Like
said
was,
that word.
like he was holding a
On my weenus.
fucking Zweihander.
My
You know what I'm
weenus.
saying? Just fucking
Dude,
Claymore
really
ass
gripped your
grip.
elbow.
Oh, my Trinus. Dude, that makes me think of a fucking show I was watching earlier today.
Oh no!
That was a quote from the show. Dude, it was the John Hamm show I
Oh,
texted
the one you
you
texted
about.
me about, dude.
Oh, my
God.
Trinus.
Oh god. Anyways, okay. So we have a hands-on thing.
We do. It is not the new John Hamm show.
It's not the new
Not yet. Oh, but no. I have been able to play a game recently. So it's not a newer game. Like January is like that lull season for games, right? Like that's the time to work on your backlog. Or if you're me, play the fucking too many new games you have now.
Yep, absolutely.
and not know what you're gonna do with them. Well, one of the new games that I got recently over the holiday break was Meet Your Maker. This is a game by Behavior, who are the developers of Dead by Daylight. This is kind of their breakaway title, and they decided they wanted to try something new. And it is definitely, absolutely nothing like Dead by Daylight. Like, literally, they were just like, no, we're going to do some different, weird shit. And they took it as different as they possibly could.
Cheers for that.
Yeah, honestly, I dove into this game not really knowing what it was going to be or what to expect, but I ended up really liking it. And
Oh,
here's
okay.
why. Yeah, so the game has 2 parts. I'll kind of and I'll talk about them both briefly. So, like, there is the raiding portion of the game, and there is the base building portion of the game. So a little bit of context, like there is some lore and some for the world, but like it doesn't really do much for you outside of set the tone and the setting of the game's universe, which is still fun.
Sure. Fair
Basically,
enough.
humanity has wiped itself off the face of the earth. Everything is just a barren wasteland now. We've ruined the planet, and humanity has died off due to disease due to our own dumb choices. We've created something called the Chimera, which can absorb genetic material, and it is supposedly like one of the last hopes of mankind. Well, there's more than one Chimera, and they're all controlled by these different outposts of human clones and sub-clones, and basically these outposts are in a race to save the human race under the guise that whoever's chimera evolves to like save humanity first will basically get to like rule the new world essentially.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then thus gameplay ensues.
Yes.
So you on your part, you play as an individual called the Custodian. You're like a voiceless, faceless figure. You basically just wear some really cool cyberpunk armor,
It's clean stuff,
dystopian ass shit. Yeah, and you go out into the wasteland and you raid bases. This is a hub-based game, so you're not really going out and like physically finding other bases. You are like, you're going to your hub, you're choosing your location, and you're going from spot to spot. And they do it in the form of expeditions, and there's different expeditions of different difficulties based off of like how hard or how dangerous somebody's base is designed. And you can design your bases to be within these each range themselves. And then you go on your expedition and you complete a raid and you get resources, and you complete a raid and you get resources, and so on. While you're on the raid, essentially what you're doing is you are trying to navigate the other players, and these are all player-made bases. Every single one of these bases that you are encountering has been made, designed, and play-tested by other players. And so you're going into this base and you're trying to gather a material at the end or in the middle or somewhere buried, hidden within, called GenMat, genetic material. That's basically your objective. So you go in and you are going to die. It's like a trial and error sort of process. You're trying to get in while avoiding traps and guards. They can set up these labyrinths, these mazes in any which way. And it's really, really fun to PvP against somebody else's idea, because that's what you're doing here.
Okay.
It's very interesting to me, because like you are going against a player, but it's not a player. You're not in a contest of like combat skill. It's your ability to survive versus that player's ability to try and kill you in ingenious and creative ways. Okay. And so basically you're going in and you're navigating these mazes and you're trying to get this gen mat, and it takes place in two phases. You go in, you're going to try to find the gen mat. You're going to be triggering traps, destroying traps, killing guards, and like making your way to the material. After you grab the gen mat, wave 2 happens. Well, now there might be traps on your way out. New guards might have spawned. They might be in surprised areas. Traps might be in new locations. You might be experiencing different kinds of traps, and you're going to be trying to get in and out. Like there's like multiple times where like I'll go into somebody else's base, die 3 or 4 times, and none of it is making me mad though. You're never pissed when you die, because you just go right back to the beginning of that base, and now you're just like, now I know that trap is there and I can just encounter it again and try it from a different angle. Also, what's really, really nice is every time you get killed by a really ingenious trap, you're like, I'm going to remember this and try to implement it in my own base later on. And so it makes it really rewarding and even kind of fun to die in these really creative ways, or no?
So, first question off the cuff here, obviously, because you as the player are playing as a person trying to go through these traps, you as the player also building these places that people have to survive through. Firstly, I guess 2 questions here. 1, how much of the actual building have you done? And then 2, does the game do a pretty good job of keeping people from like stun locking you in their fucking place? Like, does it feel like most of these places are actually solvable?
Fucking great questions, by the way. So I have done the building. I have 2 bases currently active. You can have 5 active, but you can own up to 200. Basically, you can have like a library of outposts that you can make, and you can own. And one of the stipulations is there is a harvester that spawns at the entrance of the outpost, and it will walk the clearest route to the GenMat material. So theoretically, you can always just follow that harvester, and it will always lead you to the successful spot of the maze. It is a requirement that each thing must be solvable. There must be a path for the harvester to take, because basically if that so it's like you can't like block walls off or make things like or you know, like make things like overly mazy. There has to be a route that somebody could walk with little effort to the material and back. Now you can build in back doors and side traps and other things that the harvester guy won't necessarily take, because there's going to be other things hidden inside these outposts, mainly these like humming vaults called Forsaken Tombs, which basically you're gonna go find them and you break them open and they've got bonus materials. And what's really interesting is this all might sound like a lot, but you're in and out of these outposts in like 5 minutes tops.
Really? Okay.
Like these are really quick. Like the actual gameplay of the raiding is really quick. They're very fast, especially if you're like doing yourself a favor and either going slow enough to not die, or like pacing yourself in a way that like you are like either rushing past the traps, or like you're dying in a way that like you're memorizing where you're dying and able to skip that part. Next part, and so on and so forth. So it's really fast paced, really accessible, and really rewarding to kind of to get into the rating. It's real and it's co-op. It's only 2-player co-op. It is only 2-player co-op. A lot of that just has to do with like it's a balance thing with this game. If you threw in a third person, it would be really easy to complete some of the bases, because you guys could kind of just fodder each other at traps.
Sure.
Because in the early game, a lot of the traps have a mechanism where like they're only going to trigger one time, or they're only going to trigger under certain conditions. And you have the ability as the player to, of course, upgrade your traps, increase what their damage, their radius, and you can apply mods to them as so they behave in particular fashions as well. And you do all of this in that same hub space. You've got like 4 vendors. You've got one for traps, one for guards, one for weapons, one for accessories. 5, excuse me. And then one for your suit itself. And like there's not necessarily a ton of like on like the suit customization end yet. There's only 3 suits available, or 4 I think that I know of. But there's quite a different variety of weapons, and they all kind of have pros and cons to the way that you're going to use them. Like some weapons can't penetrate and break traps, but other ones can't break armor, or they're not as effective against flesh, etc., etc. They've got long, like slow charge times, what have you. And like you have to be really conscious of kind of as you're going throughout your route, because like if you fire like your crossbow bolt that you kind of start off with, it's like a big heavy bolt gun essentially. You have to physically go retrieve the bolt. You've only got 2 of those. But like people will do things like they'll do clever things to where like you go to retrieve your bolt and there's a trap where like you need to go to retrieve that bolt from, and like you'll die from it. And like people will do like all sorts of clever stuff. Now that kind of brings us to, that's more or less kind of encapsulates the rating portion of the game. Then we got the flip side of it, which is the building. So basically, after you've done a sufficient amount of raiding, you can now go buy a burial plot. Burial plots are where humans have died and genetic material resides. So basically, you go find a human burial site, and like a lot of them, and they're basically all decrepit old buildings, and they've got big holes in their design. Some of them will have like little blocks and stuff plugged into them. And this is a block-based grid, a grid block-based building system, very similar to Minecraft in its approach. And then you just like apply the traps onto the faces of the blocks. And like there's not all square. There's various blocks and things. You can kind of get some pyramidian and triangular stuff going on, which you can use to like do some fun angular stuff with your traps or do some tricky things. But basically you are designing your base to get it the maximum number of kills possible. But you don't necessarily want to stop them from getting your genetic material. Obviously, if your base is sufficiently hard enough, they'll probably give up and won't collect it. But, most players will probably ultimately succeed. But what you do want is you want to capitalize on their time there by making them die as many times as possible in your outpost, because you get rewards for every time somebody dies there.
Got it. Okay.
and that's kind of so. And then so like as you get rewards, like your base gets experience, you know, and your design, and so you and like your base has like a capacity, like you know, it can hold so many number of blocks or tiles before it's full. So like there's small bases and big large bases, and you have to kind of, you know, manage your resources to be able to build an effective killing space essentially.
Okay.
But dude, I've seen some crazy artistic shit too, where people, I literally, my brother and I did one, and it was like a whole ass church. Like it was like legit a cathedral design. Like you could tell somebody had put hours into this, and it was really cool. Super easy to get through. We literally solved it in 2 minutes. There was no fucking traps at all. But it was like this beautiful art
But it was
piece.
cool, yeah,
And like
all
some
right.
people, yeah, some people just do that, and you can like, and you can assign accolades to those raids after you complete them. They're like, oh, is it like, was it brutal? Was it fun? Was it ingenious? Or was it like beautiful? Was it an artful piece? And you get bonuses and rewards for those accolades that other players assign
That's
to your outpost
awesome.
as well. So
That's
if you
fucking
build
cool.
something cool, but not necessarily deadly, you still benefit from it because somebody's going to give you accolades for building a cool base. So it's really nice because it really encourages player freedom to just kind of approach the base building however you want within the block-based system. And it's really cool because you can do lots of ingenious stuff with it. And I think my favorite part about the building system is the replays.
Replays.
And
okay.
what I'm the replays. And what I mean by that is so if your base is active, they stay active for 12 hours. And then you have to basically have enough materials to level them up. Once you level them up, you can activate them again and kind of repeat the process. So while they're active for those 12 hours, they will get cycled into players' expeditions on their HUD, and they will encounter your outpost, and they will try to solve it. Well, regardless of whether or not they solve it, once they've approached it, you get a replay of that player. You can go back and watch them die and watch them or watch them and try to get feedback from these other players kind of vicariously by watching these replays. I was like, okay, a player's like, I'm getting lots of deaths on this trap, but I've noticed I've got this other trap over here and nobody's died to it one time. It's a wasted trap. I could go back in, rebuild that, take that trap away, put it in somewhere else, and you can kind of do that over and over and over again. And you can even play test your own outposts to see if it's going to get the kills that you want. And then after that 12-hour period's up, you have like this cool little stat sheet that shows like your outpost's KD ratio, the number of times, like the average number of deaths like people have had in there. Like you can see where they're dying the most, so like how many people are getting the resources, and it's really cool. And between those two loops, it makes for a very addicting gameplay loop because you want to go raid because you want to raid because you know you need the materials to get new traps and new bonuses and all these other things and upgrade your character, but you also want to go experience other players' bases for ideas, because then you can take those really cool ideas and those ingenious deaths that you've experienced, take it to your own build, try to do something else cool and interesting with it, and try to rack up kills with it. And it's super satisfying to log in, you know, like activate your base, go to work, log in after you've had a hard day's work, and then just watch a bunch of motherfuckers die into your hard work, dude. It is hilarious. I've been having a great time with this game. It's got a great loop. Devin,
Have you saved any clips of people attempting your bases or anything like that?
I have. So I do have some clips. And what's really fun is it actually saves all of your replays for a whole season. So you
okay.
Yeah, so you can actually go back and really kind of rewatch them. It'll like catalogs whether or not you've watched that particular replay even. And like one thing that I really like about it is like it's got like your timeline bar, and it will even like mark like, okay, like they activated phase 2 and they got your gen mat material, or it will timestamp where players died so that like you can just skip to it and be like, oh, they died here at this trap, like cool. And then like you can kind of bounce around, and you can even watch it from their perspective or back out and watch it from like a drone perspective and watch them encounter your base. It's got a lot of thought that really went into it because it's very simple. It's just those two things. It's raiding and building, and you're just repeating that, but it's done in a really addictive and satisfying way.
Okay. Any other questions, boys? DJ? You're muted, doggy dog.
You muted, baby.
That mute
You're muted. Yeah,
button.
there you go.
Sorry. When you were describing the game, all I was thinking about is this like I was gonna ask like, does this feel like Super Mario Maker esque? You know what I mean? Like in terms of people are building things and courses that you have to get through and like
Take super. That's actually a pretty fair comparison. It's probably a little less brutal than Super Mario Maker,
right.
and
But
its
like
approach
it's
because
the
you
same
can.
essence.
But in its essence, if you were to take Super Mario Maker and Doom, there you go.
That's what it
There
looks
it is.
this
like.
fucking game
Okay.
is.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
If I may.
Or no, go for it.
So you say Doom. How is the gunplay in this?
It's like a little slow, but like the pacing is kind of deliberate. The weapons are definitely most of the time when you're using your weapons, it's like a one shot, one kill scenario because
okay.
you're just essentially trying to like you're either going to be using your weapon to dismantle a trap or to like stop a guard essentially. And as long as you've used your weapon sufficiently, like you're going to get the kill because like I said, like the bases are really small and you're not necessarily like there'll be bases where you won't even necessarily encounter any guards, right? So like in that case, you're going to be using your weapon solely to encounter traps, right? And so like and you do get rewards for breaking down those traps. You get like parts and materials and things. But the gunplay feels like it feels slow and sluggish, but not in a clunky sort of way. Just in like this was the way we designed it because that's the way we wanted to approach the gameplay.
Not meant to be fast paced, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's also like a grappling hook that you have to kind of get you around the base
Saw
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
And like but like even that, like it's kind of got like a very set pace to it. Like it's not fast, but it's not like super slow. Like everything kind of like it's a move with purpose because all the traps and stuff kind of function on a like you encounter the trap and then there's a window in which it activates. So like all of this stuff kind of moves with it's all very timing based, the way you encounter the traps.
Sure.
So like everything's pretty deliberate in its pacing.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, boys?
No. If you were to give this a rating, what would you rate it out of 10?
I've got about 10 hours into it now, and I think about it a lot. It's a really fun, addicting game. Um, if you enjoy base building and you're willing to just like accept that like those two things are the core gameplay and like that like this is what you're gonna get out of it. It's a fantastic game. I think I'm gonna give this 7.5.
Nice.
Okay.
And what's the price point for this game?
I think normally it's like a $40 title.
Okay.
So it's not quite full price. I picked it up on sale for like $12. And
Sure.
like dude, for $12, or even if you like honestly, even if you were to grab this for like 20, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And is it in what platform are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on Xbox.
Okay. And is it crossplay with the co-op or is it
So there is the co-op is not crossplay. It does, but you can encounter everybody's bases on all platforms if that
Okay.
makes sense.
That's
cool.
interesting.
So like
okay.
it is it's done in a very different way. So like you can only physically party up with people on the same like ecosystem as you. But you can encounter bases like if you're on PC, you can encounter bases from PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and vice versa.
Bases are server based rather than
Yeah,
platform
rather
based.
than platform based.
That's interesting.
Which I think is really good for the health of the game because it really increases variety
of course.
of encounter.
Yeah.
It sounds like that this game was definitely like almost like a test for something else to come. You know what I mean? It sounds like
It definitely seems like they did this and they were just like we really wanted to branch out into new things, but we weren't sure how successful a much larger project was going to be, so they took it in like a more bite-sized indie approach. I think for what this game is and for what it tries to achieve, it's incredibly successful at it. They do treat it as a live service game. It does have seasons. As far as I know, they're free.
Okay.
Like they're on season 3 right now. Like in like they with each season they kind of like increase the cosmetics and the weapons and like the trap availability and like and the biomes available for the outposts and that sort of thing.
For sure. Okay, cool, man. Well, fuck. That's 7.5 is not bad for this little kind of indie title. You know what I mean? Yes.
It's super approachable, really fun. I was not expecting I went in with it, was like, yeah, it's probably going to be okay, and I was like, this is really quite fucking enjoyable. Like, it's just very simple, like, and there's not like a lot to it, like literally like base building and raiding, like it's just got those two things, and like it just does those two things, like rinse and repeat.
Oh yeah, man.
Nice. Sweet. Well, that is Meet Your Maker, guys. So if you want to meet your maker, go get Meet Your Maker so you can make and meet other makers.
You can make them or you can meet them, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's nuts, dude.
You can make the maker or meet the maker.
Mm.
You can be the maker.
You can make the meter maker.
Yeah, you can make the meat with your meat maker.
You can make the meat while the meat makes. Anyways, guys, we're gonna move into our final segment.
Mm.
And Al, if you could tell the people what we got next.
Devin, I will happily do that, my friend. But first, I need you to do something for me, Devin.
Are we doing this again?
We are doing this again. I need you to protect your fucking neck. Because we're going to the
It's gone. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have one.
The gallows. Hey, Devin, what are we talking about for the gallows tonight, doggy dog?
Guys, there's been lots of rumors circulating lately. It's been in the talks. Everybody's wondering when this is going to happen. So, is the Switch 2 coming in 2024? Is it? I think it should. I think we all think it should. But guys, so is the Switch going to get a successor? Is it going to be upgraded? Are we getting a Switch 2 successor? Are we going to see Nintendo do another weird thing? Are we going to get another Wii U after? Because that's what happened last time. They had a super successful console. They came out with the Wii U, and it was one of the lowest selling consoles of all time.
And the Switch U.
The Switch U.
Switch U.
No, Nintendo's next console is going to be called the Achu.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Guys, we're going to discuss the lifespan of the Switch. We're going to discuss Nintendo's console cycle. And we're also going to talk about what a new console from Nintendo might look like in a world post, after the Series X, S, and the PS5. I think one thing that we should really consider on this is how many handheld consoles are in the market now, especially with the PC. We got the ROG Ally, we got the Steam Deck. What was the other one that came out recently?
Lenovo.
It was the Lenovo.
Some shit.
Yeah, Lenovo has one that's like literally just like the Switch. Like it has the removable controllers and everything. And it has this
I think it's like the Lenovo that like turns it into RGB a mouse or something like that. Something like that.
I don't know. It's
there's so many.
RGB.
There's so many now. Yeah.
And we also just found out that MSI is going to be releasing a handheld as well.
Mindless Self-Indulgence. Love that band, dude.
But like there's a lot of competition out there, but there's not a lot of competition that has the IP and the charm of Nintendo, right?
That's for sure. Yeah.
So guys, I'm going to pose this first question. Do you think this is going to be a mixture of a hybrid, like handheld console that we got with the Switch? Or do you guys think that they might do something different and make a more platform TV sit down console focused console? What is And I have a feeling that Garrick wants to chime in on this right away. What is your immediate thought process on where this is going?
I don't think they can go back
Yeah.
to being.
with you.
I legit don't think they can. Like, I think they chose a path for themselves, and it is set. They can never return to the world of being just like a home console. Like, it's done. That
Yep.
time is it. They literally saw what happened with the Wii U. They're like, we got to switch shit up, and they did, and it did wonders for them. It
did it.
literally
He
became
said
one
it.
of like, oh yeah, huh?
He said it. He said it, guys.
And they're like,
He
and
said it,
then
dude.
and it's like it's just done wonderful things for them as a console. Not to mention they have like, could you imagine like Nintendo fans if they had to like just repurchase like thousands and thousands of dollars worth
Oh
of
my
accessories,
God, dude.
because the Switch lifespan has been longer than any of their other consoles, and people keep buying shit for their Switches.
Oh,
dude.
so you mean pull a Sony and have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to get accessories again?
Or an Apple,
Crazy.
but hey, and yeah, and
Or
so,
Apple,
but like,
yeah,
you know,
that's
but
true.
I'm just saying, like, but the thing is Sony, but the thing is like the Sony and Apple can get away with it because of the demographic they've chosen to market themselves to, and it works for them. Nintendo has first and foremost marketed themselves as a family console, so they're never going to be able to pivot to themselves into such a way where like they're going to have to like up their they have to keep their console within a certain price range, which I think is going to be really important to the development of like their consoles in the future, because they need to stay competitive, right? But they also need to keep their consoles into a price range where like it's going to stay family affordable, because because a $500 PlayStation is not family affordable. That's gamer affordable. That's somebody who's literally like dedicating, because even like I would even argue like that for a lot of families, like a $300 console like the Switch is not super family affordable, right? But like that the Switch offered up so much to families as what it did as a console, that I think if Nintendo can find a way to release a successor to the Switch that has multimedia capability that its predecessors have lacked, they will unlock some crazy shit for their market.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I give you guys a hot take?
Oh boy, here we go.
I think the Switch is going to come out the successor to the Switch 2 or Switch or whatever, Switch 2, whatever you call the next
The
thing.
Switchblade, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to come out a lot faster than people think. I think we're going to get a Nintendo Direct within the next few months. And I think they're going to release the Switch 2 within just a few months after that. I think it's going to be a fast
You don't think they're gonna
turnaround.
wait till holiday?
I do.
They didn't do that with the last one. It released March.
No, they didn't.
I'm
released in March.
I'm not saying
It
they're
could
going to
work.
release it in March.
It'll work as long as they don't have stock issues.
Here's the thing. I think stock issues is going to be inevitable. I think there's no way getting around that. I think that's going to happen with any console release moving forward. There's too many scalpers out there. There's too many people clamoring for the next piece of hardware. Everything is hard to get right away. I think that's an inevitability. We saw it with the the series
We had
consoles.
the pandemic that time, right?
Yeah.
This was out well before the pandemic.
Oh
This
yeah,
came out
but like the
In terms
they
of the
had
scalpers,
the Switch
right?
Lite. They had the Switch Lite, and then like people were
Mhm.
still trying to get Switches at that time. Because
yeah.
I mean I know I remember having a Switch, like my friends bringing a Switch like in my senior year of high school,
Mhm.
before the pandemic, before I got to college. So but not many people had a Switch at that time, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
the
I
Switch
think-
came out in 2017. That was well
Yeah.
before the pandemic happened.
I do actually agree with Devin though, in the sense that like I think the pandemic exposed how easy it is for scalpers to do scalping. And so like even like we saw the Switch like was hard to get when it first came out. Like they did run into some stock issues. The pandemic and having that run into the Switch Lite, the PS5, the Xbox, like only just kind of exposed that part of the market and how easy it is for people to just purchase everything for them to resell, because resellers are like a really big problem. And I don't think that the pandemic was sort of exclusive for them. I don't think that was
It
necessarily
just
like
exasperated it.
it definitely exacerbated it. And I think that like
Well, and also the chip shortage as well at the time. Like, I don't think we'll have that problem anymore.
But I still think we will though. I still think we
Dude,
will.
You can get a graphics card now. Like, you
I
can
don't-
still get you can still buy shit now.
I don't
Like-
think
like
it'll
you-
necessarily be as bad as it was, but I do think we will run into another event in which we had with the Switch on its original release. Because I think
yeah.
go ahead, Garrett.
Go ahead. Oh yeah, I was gonna say what I think. Like, I think the difference for this time around they just need to, because I think you're probably right, Devin. Like, there probably will ultimately like be a stock issue at some point. I think they need to do is they need to recognize that the stock issue is going to happen, and they need to plan ahead for like a phase 2, and they need to pre-communicate when that phase 2 is going to happen so that people can plan appropriately.
And
So
that's
like,
exactly
because then people will choose like, okay, do I want a phase 1 whatever or a phase 2, and not have to worry as heavily about trying to fight for stock.
That's exactly why I think they would do the release kind of fast, because we also know there's a lot of major titles in development through Nintendo right now, and I'm still sitting there. I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be their launch title. And I think this is going to be a stronger machine. We've known for the past couple years now that they have been giving dev kits to developers with hardware that is 4K ready and enabled. We know it's been reported on multiple times from places like IGN and Polygon and stuff like that. I think that this console will probably release in the beginning of summer. And I think they would rather do it like that, so that way they can go through the console shortage through summer, right? And then a lot of games will be getting hyped up and stuff for this holiday season, and then that's when that phase 2 would roll out of the second phase. I think that's how it's going to happen personally.
I can see them doing that. I don't think that'll be their reason though. DJ's point about like the chip shortage and stuff not existing anymore is my reason why I think the scalpers and resellers thing is going to be the main issue.
100%.
I think that they're wanting to release their console earlier in the year is not because of stock issues. I think that most of these companies understand that no matter what they do, they're going to have to deal with resellers. So their anticipation for stock is, in a weird way, marketing itself now. Like they're utilizing it as a marketing tool, because Devin, and you understand this too, and even Garrick, you've seen this before. Bands will sometimes play at smaller venues just to say they sold out. And
I know that
and
100%.
these brands will do the same thing. They'll say, "Oh, you can't find this." It's the exact, when they realize that the PS5 was garnering success on its release because of this, people can't help themselves. They hear, "Fuck, you can't find this PS5 anywhere. It's a fucking piece of gold as far as you're fucking concerned." So getting it is no longer just about having the console, it's about having a novelty item. And so now
It's about the chase.
Exactly. These companies are going to understand that. They're going to utilize that as a marketing tool. So we're going to see the Switch come out. They're going to purposely say, "Well, you can't find these anywhere right now, so you guys are going to have to wait." So they're going to phase their release window starting early this year, late spring, early summer, and then every like month and a half to 2 months, they're going to do a restock. And it's just going to drip feed over and over and over again until holiday season comes around. And they're going to say, "Oh, we're well in stocked and ready to go now, so you guys can buy this brand new Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah. Another thing too, with Sony doing that, they were able to drive the sales directly through them. So they only had to use a distributor. They didn't have to, take a price cut on how much they're making on it by, providing it to retailers too.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
True.
For sure.
which that's something I've learned a lot about recently with my newer job. We make so many products for people. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um but I definitely see this coming faster than you think. The Switch was announced and turned out within 6 months. You know, the original Switch.
Mhm.
You know, it didn't have a big lead up like the Xbox and the PS5 did. It
Sure.
took a whole year before we saw those consoles even come out, right? They did a summer direct, and then it was out in March, 6 months later. So I see them doing something like that. I see us getting a direct within the next couple months, and I think there's a high probability we'll see the console. We know that these companies aren't beholden to just doing Summer Games Fest or Video Game Awards to announce these things now, because everybody has their own directs and everything. Hell, we just got announced today that next week we're having a developer direct already from
From Xbox.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, I think it's going to be really close to on par with these consoles, and I think with the rush of all of these handheld systems that have been coming out recently from all these computer parts manufacturers, I think that's kind of made Nintendo realize, like, because their sales have been going way down ever since all of these things have been released, right? Because it's like, do I buy a Switch OLED or do I spend $100 more and then I have an Ally
Well,
ROG
dude,
that I
and
can
like,
play Steam games and Game
dude, that's
Pass on?
yeah, that's a big portion of it. When like, and like the Switch, even like the OLED, like, dude, it like literally just shows it's starting to show its age. Like, I
Mhm.
almost don't play my Switch anymore because like the it's like I have like I think you and I both have like a phase
Gen
one, like
1.
an
Yeah.
original one. Like, that shit is sluggish now, man. It is not a quick
Mhm.
anymore. It's fucking old. Like, it does not boot up the way it used to. It doesn't load the way as fast as it used to. It doesn't hold its charge like it's used to. Like, it's just an old console. It is really, really, really starting to show its age. Like, as just far as like its software and like its hardware, like, and especially with like all of these new handhelds, like handheld PCs coming out. Like, they gotta do something if they want to
Yeah.
stay in the
Yeah.
game. Like, they're always going to be relevant because like they've got their own market that they've carved out for themselves. But like, if they don't do something fast, like, they're gonna lose the handheld race, which would be weird because they've literally held that market to themselves for years.
Mhm.
I think
And
this is actually a perfect place for us to kind of move into a good question here, and I want to kind of hear a little bit more from DJ because he's been a little bit quiet on this. But he mentioned earlier the scenario with GPUs and chips and stuff being more readily available, and we're seeing that like hardware isn't as hard before hardware.
Or it
as
is hard
for them
you
to
know what I'm
obtain
saying?
and be able to like actively, like repush stock, stuff like that. DJ, I want to hear from you on this. What are the hardware and spec capabilities you see this next Switch having comparatively to even the OLED?
Dude, I mean, if we're looking at it right now, I was agreeing with a lot with Garrick said, because it's like Nintendo's kind of carved this place out for themselves in terms of, their place in the space, in the gaming space, with the Switch and handheld devices and family consoles. um so even though I think Nintendo can release anything, like, this is a shot to you Nintendo fanboys, they'll eat anything up. I
Oh, yeah.
promise they'll eat anything up. They'll make any excuse to like something that Nintendo makes. Okay, but to get out of the way, I think, yeah, it's probably a Switch 2, and it has to compete with some of these other handhelds right now. Like, the Steam Deck OLED starts at 549 for 512 gigs. It has like 90 hertz. He has Wi-Fi, fucking like you get a carrying case, you get the whole bank, 7.4-inch diagonal display size, like uh, and that's like just their OLED. Like they're still selling their LCD versions for like 349, starting at 349 to 449, and those probably run better than the Switch, the Switch right now, like just a regular Switch, not a Switch OLED. So, and then of course you got the Asus, like the ROG stuff, and the Lenovo. So like, there's just so many right now, and even though me personally, I've only seen a few people with these. You know, it's not big. I guess like from what I'm here, like there's like I've seen some people have it, right? Um,
Yeah,
so I think Nintendo is gonna try to be like, all right, we see your guys' attempts at coming at us, right? We're gonna do you one better. So I think this next one is gonna be because they Nintendo's always at the top of innovation, and I it would be it would be very uncharacteristic of them to just like uh to not create something that is new in the gaming space, new to the gaming space.
for sure.
And I'm sure they're cooking up something that even rivals the other handhelds, like the maybe newer features either in software or hardware. um so I think it might be pretty powerful, to be honest, because they've had a
Mhm.
long time to get the Switch. So even though it's been teetering off because the Switch is almost like it's been fucking what, so many years now,
Seven, almost
seven
7. Yeah.
7 years. So I think Nintendo's cooking something, and it might be their best dish coming
Yeah,
out, maybe their
yeah.
magnum opus.
So from what I've been seeing is because there's been a lot of leaks and rumors lately. Again, these tinfoil hat, everybody. This
Yes,
none of
of
this
course.
is confirmed.
Mhm.
Um, so what I'm seeing from a lot of outlets, even places like Polygon, right? Just to give some source here, a lot of people are saying that they're expecting to see the review, the reveal, I should say, of the Switch 2 this March. And then they're looking at a possible late September release. So right before the holiday season. So it would be like that late summer with um right there. Now the price point that they're saying is it's probably going to be a digital only option at $400 with a cartridge compatible version for 449.
Yeah,
Um,
I could see that considering what
mhm,
we saw from PlayStation and Xbox this generation on how
mhm,
like having the choice between digital or hardware or hard disk, if you will,
mhm.
it is something that has behooved these companies in a weird way. That I mean, it's weird because like we typically with video game consoles, we can kind of see other areas of tech sort of give us a sign of where things are going to be going as far as the games industry and like our tech here is concerned. And we only kind of got a little bit of a smidgen of that when we started realizing how popular streaming services were going to be. And obviously, there was a conversation of like gamed streaming being a thing as we were kind of like moving into this generation of gaming. It was weird because we didn't really get a sign that an option of disc or digital was going to really be a thing until they just kind of like pushed us off the ship a little bit and said, no, dude, these are your choices, man. And it fucking worked. It worked because like you see like how many people were like, oh well, I can't. It even fucking happened to me this holiday season. We were like, I can't quite justify the extra $100 to $200 for the disc version of this, so I want to get my person a gift,
Just
so why
crazy.
not just get the cheaper digital version, right?
The
Like,
fact that it's $100 to add a like a fucking disc reader.
Well,
Fucking
well,
Blu-ray
to
player.
be fair, with the Series
Oh, yeah,
S and
Blu-ray.
the Series X, there is actually a big difference between the CPU.
There's a hardware difference.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is.
there's a big
there is
hardware
definitely
difference.
a difference. But having that available though is a really, really good choice for these companies. Because I think to the point that was being made earlier, as far as a price point that it's going to be more family friendly. I'm we're looking at the Switch here, right? We're not talking about the PS5. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch, the family console of family consoles. And if they allowed themselves to not have a potentially cheaper option, so to speak, they would be shooting themselves in the foot 1,000 times over, especially for something that's mobile, because we see a lot of times, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen this, like grandparents and shit, and like even like folks of just like the general like older generation than us are like fucking flabbergasted by Nintendo Switches. They're like, you can take this with you and it looks like that. And they like to them, it still feels like a Game Boy. They still perceive it as a Game Boy, and people still buy it as a Game Boy because and at that point they're looking at the price point and saying, why the fuck would I pay that much amount of money for this? Well, the reason is because their fucking grandkid wants it. And having that cheaper option just makes it so much easier for Nintendo just keep racking in those fucking sales.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
hope-
guys? Oh, go ahead.
I really hope they do like a digital versus physical model, because like I don't know about you guys, and this might just be a me thing. I fucking hate Nintendo cartridges.
I don't
man.
do 'em.
That
I
is
don't do
the
'em, man.
shittiest
I have
motherfucking
one.
goddamn design, man. I hate them. I hate them. I've legit lost them because they're so small. It is the only Nintendo cartridges are the only thing I have ever lost as far as like losing a piece of game software. It has always been a Nintendo product because I freaking lose their cartridges, man. I've never lost a disc in my life.
No,
I
dude,
mean, I've never lost a cartridge. Knock on wood.
I've lost
Yeah,
I've
it's
lost
whack.
cartridges before, man. It fucking sucks, and you're paying fucking $70 for this fucking
I lost
cartridge.
PSP cartridges before.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
same,
shit's
man.
devastating.
Yeah, the little fucking little circular thing. dude.
Yeah,
Fucking-
little
Yeah,
Euro
dude,
discs.
I've lost those, man. It's I agree. I think doing a digital is a fucking great idea. Especially like I don't even fucking like it's not even just because I like think that the cartridges are like
I don't want to swap them, man.
hyper inconvenient. I for me it was just the convenience of being able to just download it. Because I don't really do physical anymore. I don't. I understand people that do and why they do. And that's a whole other conversation for a whole other fucking podcast segment. But like the need to, you know, obviously immortalize video games these days, again, whole other conversation. But when it comes to the convenience of being able to just download my game on demand when I'm able to fucking pay for it is super fucking convenient. The fact that we can download a game, play it, say, well, I'm done with that for now, and then delete it, and we still keep our save as a separate file, magnificent. Fucking awesome that we do that shit. And we're in the day and age now that that's an option. We absolutely should fucking have that as an option. If you don't need a cartridge, or don't want a cartridge, you shouldn't have to have a fucking cartridge. In the year of our Lord of 2024, if you don't want discs, don't do the fucking discs. It's like, I don't know. To me, it makes sense.
I will probably get the cartridge compatible version only if it's backwards compatible. That's the only reason why I would do it.
That would be a deciding
And-
factor for me because I would probably because I do have cartridges I like, and I like I said I don't play my Switch, but if they were to do some sort of thing where like they did like the PlayStation 5's got like the boost or whatever, and the Xbox got like the boost. So like if you plug in an old cartridge and like now you're suddenly playing Breath of the Wild at 60 FPS.
Oh, you could finally play
That was-
Pokemon.
That
It
would
runs.
sell me.
You
And
can
runs,
play-
yeah, like that would be a selling point for me, I think.
Yeah.
I've got
What's
a
up,
question.
Renee?
I got a question to pose for you, gentlemen, if you will. So you said, and I'll get the Switch if the cartridges are backwards compatible, right? Which big agree. What if digital was backwards compatible
I
Would
mean,
you
you
go
would
for the
just
digital?
assume that. You would just assume that. But like, how am I going to be able? I have a lot of cartridges. I do. Nintendo is one of the forms of media that I actually get physicals for. 'Cause,
Okay. Okay.
unlike
Okay.
you guys, I like the cartridges. I
Sure.
like it. I
Sure.
like
Sure.
it.
Okay.
I
Fair
don't know
enough. Fair
what. I
enough.
think it's a nostalgic thing for me. I still have a bunch of
I'll
my DS
respect it,
games.
man.
I still have
I
a bunch
have,
of my
like-
Game Boy Advance games.
He still
you
blows
know?
in them and everything. It's crazy.
Oh, I actually, yeah,
He's-
I
he's a-
do. I did actually. Like, I would expect this to be backwards compatible in the way that the original DS was. You could still put
Yes.
Game Boy Advance games in that. Like, it had a separate slot for that, and it had another slot for the DS cartridges.
Sure.
It would even be cool if, like, they're not going to, but they threw in something like you can throw in your DS game, but that's not going to happen. Like, it's the only way I could see outside of it just being a Switch 2 hardware base, because Nintendo always has to have their gimmick, right? They always have to have their gimmick. The
Mhm.
Switch 2
Mhm.
screen, I mean, the Switch screen is touch screen. And I think
It
people
is.
forget that.
It
It
is.
is
Yeah.
straight up touch screen. What if they
I
did
think
a
they need
slide
to
up
improve it.
Yeah, what if they did a slide up screen? DS style. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Like
Yeah.
a fucking the little slide phone thing.
Yeah,
back
you
in the
slide it
day.
up.
Yeah.
You just slide it up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
got
I think-
2 screens.
I think that is dead. I would dare to say. I don't know. Don't take
I
my
will
word
say
for that.
this though, on all the PC handhelds, there is a big emphasis on touchscreen on those too, and they do make sure, like, there are games on Steam that are like specially approved for the Steam Deck
Oh, for sure.
because of their touchscreen functions.
Oh yeah, because
and
of the
everything.
touch and the trackpad, the stuff that's
exactly
that the
So
Steam Deck has. That's right.
I feel like Nintendo being Nintendo, the reason why we haven't gotten a Switch 2 yet, because I feel like we've been long overdue for it with the hardware that is in the Switch. Because the Switch was them trying to catch up with the PS4 and the Xbox One, which it didn't even meet that level, like, graphically and hardware wise, right?
Mm.
So because the Wii U was, Xbox 360 and PS3 catch up, I could see maybe there'd be some cool little gimmick like that. Besides just being able to take the Joy-Cons off. I would personally like the console to be a little bit bigger. I would like the Joy-Cons to be better if it still uses Joy-Cons too. I would. How many times have you guys felt like when you're holding a Joy-Con, you're like, man, this really is designed for little kids, like these Joy-Cons? Or ever
Every
tried
time,
to play
every
with
time.
one?
You
like,
think these
sideways?
mitts? You think these
That's
fucking
why I have
island
the-
hands
That's why
hold?
I've got the Switch Pro controller, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which should just come with the console, by the way.
Should just go with the console. God damn.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Actually-
if, give me a $500 version to come with a Pro controller. I'll
Yeah,
do
I
it,
know, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I do
Yeah.
that. That's the best fucking controller I've ever owned.
dude.
It's a really
So
good
you say you don't
controller,
play your
dude.
Switch that much,
It's a
dude? I
really good controller.
It's such a good controller.
You know where I play my Switch? I play it up in my bedroom. That's where I have my Switch dock right now. And I sit back in bed and I play Zelda. I've been playing Skyrim on that thing too.
Oh, dude,
again.
mine's not even like mine's literally in a bag, like right here. I've got like a little case for it.
Yeah. Oh, I have a travel case, like a hard travel
it's
case
just-
for my Switch
It's
and
just
everything.
sitting in it, but that holds the dock and everything too.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
I don't
like
have that.
Oh yeah, that sounds annoying. Actually, this is probably really cool. We're segueing really well. This is probably a really cool segue for us to kind of be on the ending conversation of this here. But what do you guys think the Switch 2 is gonna look like? Like, obviously, Devin brought up what gimmick they're going to have, but do we see this having all the bells and whistles that we had with the Switch and then some, or are they going to completely change the way that this looks? Because because Devin mentioned the sliding thing, and I could see we're talking innovation here, right? And we've seen some new tech come out in the past half decade of, extended LED screens from a folded fucking phone. I think that would be fucking cool. There's a folded unfold screen that still actively
bigger
looks
screen.
beautiful. I think that'd be fucking sick. I don't know if they would actually do that or not,
But
but
those phones are like $1,200.
They
you
are,
know?
but like no, for sure.
Yeah.
But you see my point though, right? Like I think in a realistic real life world, I can see them listening to the feedback and just kind of like giving just a massive fucking screen, especially because that's been like the selling point for like the ROG Ally and like the Steam Deck and stuff, is their screen is bigger than the Switches, even more so than the OLEDs. I can see them like really leaning into that, but I can't for the life of me imagine what the Switch 2's Joy-Cons look like.
Yeah. I
I-
I just want them to be bigger and a little bit more aerodynamic, not as flat as they are. Like I need some sort of grip on the bottom end of it. And you see that design in a lot of the PC handheld consoles out there now. I actually have a case for my Switch right now that purposely has like that little controller nub right at the bottom part of the Joy-Cons on it that I use for handheld. I that's what I would like. I would like the console to be a little bit bigger. You know, why not?
Why not? Why not? DJ, I know this is hard for you to answer because you don't have a Switch. I don't believe you do. But
No.
but as someone that doesn't have a Switch, what do you want the Switch 2 to have? Like, what do you want it to be? What do you want it to look like?
Man, dude, I don't know, dude, because I do like the design of these like PC handhelds. I do like the design of those. But I mean, the Switch is like an iconic design, dude, with the Joy Cons and everything. So, I have no clue what it might look like. Hell, it could even look like the fucking what it was the PlayStation, whatever the fuck that
The
thing is,
PlayStation Portal,
the
yeah.
yeah Portal. It could look like that, dude. Except it's a Switch Pro controller on each side. It could look like that, dude. We have no clue. I mean, Nintendo, like even before the Switch came out, we had no idea what the fuck they could actually do after the Wii U. Like actually, because like I feel like if they went back to if they went uh to compete with these PC handhelds and adopted a similar design, this is basically just the Wii U again. Because the
Yeah.
Wii U is that's what that was.
Right.
Just you know, just limited by hardware and like had a little fucking like square little box. Um, so I don't know. I mean, this is it's definitely interesting to like theory craft like what the fuck Nintendo's got cooking. But I think because the Switch is so iconic and like everyone like enjoys the Switch and the look and how it feels, um, I think that they're gonna stick to it and they might not even change that much.
Oh,
Just
so you
make it
think
bigger, make it have more
so you
hardware.
think
Yeah.
it ends up being like a Switch Pro, basically, in that
Yeah,
sense?
like some Switch Pro or so they might,
I
like
can see
Switch
it.
2 or something because I think they have to do it. Cuz I like everyone liked the Wii, but like it was like kind of case by case like do I really want to use the fucking nunchucks right now? Like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
So like I know a lot of people enjoyed the Wii, but I feel like they kind of fell out of it eventually. But I think the Switch has so much staying power because it's portable, because you can bring it anywhere. And if you have the dock, dude, you can set it up and maybe we'll get a better dock. Maybe it'll be
Oh,
like
okay.
closer to like if you have it docked, it'll be closer to like a next gen console type of feel.
Docked at
So
4K,
maybe
sort
we'll
of.
yeah. So like maybe the new Switch by itself, it's not a huge improvement. They've just updated some of the the internal hardware, but then the new dock that they sell it with, that might be like more powerful thing if you want to like slot that shit in and
Mhm.
like
Sure.
boost to 4K and like 60 FPS. And maybe you'll have like the cartridges on the dock. So like maybe if you wanted to play the older titles in like a higher resolution, better frame rate, just slot that shit in, like
Hell
have
fucking
three of
yeah.
them or some shit.
That
Mhm.
sounds tight. I'm here for that.
Yeah. I'm with that 100%. I would be okay for just the same thing, better nunchucks though. Better nunchucks. I mean not
Yeah.
nunchucks, Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons, yeah.
I would
No
be
stick
okay with
drift.
that. Yeah. Give me a 1440p display up to 60 frames handheld. That would be perfect. But then
1440p
docked
display.
1440p? Yeah. That's possible. I mean, listen here. This thing does a 4K display, and I can play Resident Evil 4 remake on it if I want to.
It's true.
You're telling me
That's
that
true.
you and look at how
mean,
fucking
yeah.
small this is.
It's
You know what I
also
mean?
it's also $1,500.
It's-
I don't know if we want a
but I'm
$1,500
just saying,
Switch. You know what I mean?
The
I'm
Switch is
saying
bigger.
the Steam Deck is 1280 by 800 HDR OLED.
Mhm.
I think
So,
I
like,
think that
that's-
actually would be a cool happy medium.
Yeah.
1280.
I would like it to go above 1080p a little bit, just a little bit, just to make it feel
Yeah,
like
okay,
it has
fair enough.
staying power, you know. But it's got to be at least 60 frames per second. It has to in this day and age with the way
you
with the
can't-
way
you can't
that
be below
consoles
60.
and hardware is accelerating forward. I mean, we just got the announcement of the new 40 series super cards today too.
Mhm.
You know, like they need to do something like that in order to have staying power, right?
Mhm.
And they have to do that as well to compete with the other handheld consoles that are out there. I looked it up. Probably the closest console to a handheld console to the Switch is the Lenovo Legion Go.
The Legion,
that
that's
is
what
its
it was called. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
it was
its
called.
official name. It's got the removable controllers. They snap on and off. It's got paddles on the back of the
Mhm.
Joy-Cons.
Do we need
controllers, whatever you wanna
paddles
call 'em.
for Switch games? You know, do we need that? You know
Well,
what I mean?
here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They are getting more third-party support. We've seen games like Doom. We've seen games like Elder Scrolls. You know, we've seen lots of games like that. Even Control have come
Do we need
over.
paddles for Elder
Here's the
Scrolls?
thing.
You know what I mean? Like, do we...
Phil Spencer did say that he was going to put Call of Duty on Nintendo consoles in the future.
Do we need paddles for Call of Duty?
Anyways, you're being dumb. Yes, I think to compete in the market, you need to have those because Sony and Microsoft have their controllers as well that have paddles. We see other companies like Scuff. They release controllers with paddles and stuff.
Give us the Scuff Switch. Give us the Scuff Switch.
Who knows? Yeah, give me a Scuff Switch Pro controller. Go.
Scuff Pro controller right now.
Actually,
Let's go.
there are controllers you can buy third party for your Nintendo Switch that have paddles on them. There are. Yeah, I think those are just some of the things they need to do to compete in the handheld market if they do choose to stay handheld. And I like your idea of a more powerful dock. That is something that a good friend of the show, Logan, and I have talked about for years. Like, what if they just gave like a few years ago, they just came out with a dock that upped the resolution and frame rate and power, so you only had certain games you can play docked mode on the Switch.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, okay.
And like,
okay, that's
and
pretty
with the dock thing, like, you could sell more accessories. Like, what if it's
Mhm.
modular? What if it was like you could add a new part, like add more storage, or add like
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Put
like
an
that.
NVMe
a
in there.
motion sensor, so now you can like use a new motion controller they might have, or
Yeah.
you can add a fucking whatever the fuck, like maybe they maybe that's the new gimmick, like whatever thing they cook up is attached to the dock, like you have to get the attachment, like the old days of yore when you had to get a network adapter for the PS2, you know what I mean, like that type of shit. They could do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, Nintendo fans will eat anything.
I got an
no,
idea.
anything.
They really would. They really would.
I got an idea.
Be quick, Devin.
What if they came out with this thing? It's like the PSP, the PlayStation Portal, right? It's $200. You could only play it in your house and stream games from a box that's at your TV.
It's like you're looking
It's
through
$200,
a portal, dude.
You can sit in your bed,
Yeah.
and you might not have any latency. What if they did that?
Ooh,
What
wait,
if it did the exact same thing as your phone without any of the cool shit? DJ.
What if they got into cloud service? Like, what
Oh
if
man, God! I wish we had more time for this conversation.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
want
they could do
to
that.
have Gare Krappus up here, but my only thought on that is they're going to.
Nintendo
Like,
eCloud?
There's
eShop, you get
there's
an eShop
no
subscription?
fucking way in 2024/2025 that we have Xbox and PlayStation leaning towards cloud gaming and Nintendo does not do the same fucking
Guys,
thing.
It's
They're always
actually
late for that, though.
it's actually already here. you can play Control on the Switch through cloud gaming. It's already on the hardware.
Yes, of
And
course.
Kingdom Hearts 3, you play it through cloud as well.
It kind of goes to what we were saying earlier. Like if we let's say we get a Switch, the Switch Blade, the Switch 2, whatever the fuck we want to call it. I think Switch Blade sounds the fucking coolest to me. If you ask me, let's go, baby.
Not family friendly though.
Nah, fuck it. They don't care. They don't care. They know what it means. They're
This
like,
is for gamers.
the Switch Blade, the Switch Omega. Allowing it to potentially like do more than just gaming would allow it to really spread its wings in regards to the cloud gaming platform. And because that's kind of what the conversation has been around the Switch for the past like 4 years, since we really kind of like realized that what cloud gaming is and what its possibilities are. The question was, when are we going to be able to have a web browser on Switch in order for us to do that? Because hypothetically speaking, what people were wanting is to play Xbox Game Pass or xCloud gaming on a Switch, because that's the thing that we were like, oh my god,
Steam Deck.
would that be fucking possible? And you can do that on the Steam Deck. Yes, Devin.
I'm pretty sure it's like already there, not through the browser form to do like cloud gaming, but with the Switch Pass that you can get, it's. I mean, all I have to do is click on the N64, and then all of a sudden I have a ton of games I can just play.
That's so limited, though. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying the technology is there, and they're starting to use it. I can see them expanding on it.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Proprietary thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're on the same page for sure. So, okay, Garrick, send us away, man. Final thoughts.
On the design. Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
Just
what the
generally
fuck we were
speaking,
originally
dog.
started.
To just put a fucking bow on our conversation, dog. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Honestly, man, I just think they just need to surprise. I feel like this is actually not going to be. And I think they are going to have an innovative piece to this, but I really do think the design of the console is going to be like a Nintendo best of. Like, I really do.
Okay.
Like I can actually very, very, very heavily see them returning to the clamshell design.
Ooh, so instead of a slide up screen, you think it would unfold?
Just picture it here with me, just for a second. Right?
Eyes closed.
Okay.
Eyes closed. Yep.
So you've got the OLED screen is edge to edge, right?
Yep.
That's your bottom screen.
Okay.
You flip it up, and you've got a razor thin. Because one of the reasons the Switch XLs was not so great was the clamshell was kind of heavy. So after a while, the hinge would get eager. After a while, the hinge would wear out.
Right.
So, but you can make those OLED screens thin now.
Mega thin.
If you're by doing it clamshell rather than the seamless screen, you're eliminating that seam that those screens have. They haven't worked that kink out yet. But now you've got that big, beautiful touch screen down on the bottom.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
But which you can have a lower resolution display on because its primary function is going to be the touch screen, and then you can have your flip display. That'll have like your potential 4K or like your 1080p or higher or whatever they choose to spec, and then they've got like a controller setup that's similar to like the Razer backbone.
It's on the side, stretched out.
So it's on the sides, on the stretched out, and it's kind of got like the little butts. And I also think it would be really interesting because like the Switch has like a kickstand, right? But it's like it's not like the best part of the Switch's design.
Okay,
but it's not uncommon for tablets to have a 180 feature now. Could you imagine if you could pyramid stand that bitch and just stream something off of it from like a restaurant, dude? You just pop the controllers off, you just like flip it up, dude, and just right there, dude. And now you've got like the screen time, dual screens on both sides. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, like play a fucking. Like on both sides of the table, you just have it.
You
like,
get some couch co-op going screen to screen.
Holy
like,
shit!
There's some crazy
Holy
stuff.
shit!
That would be sick.
The flip
That
up
would be
screen
sick. I think you're onto
the
something.
stand, dude. Holy
So
fuck,
you could
bro.
never,
That's
you
what
could
I'm
never,
saying.
you can never tell the other person that they're screen peeking.
Yeah, they're not because they
Oh my
can't.
God.
Also,
Dude,
they
it's
did
like,
start
you know-
that A-frame stand design with the OLED.
That's what I'm. The A-frame
Yeah.
stand. That's what I'm thinking. I think they pivoted to that. That shit would go off crazy, dude.
Battleship would be fucking nuts on that.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
That's a good idea.
Fucking
That's a
nuts
good
on that,
fucking
bro. Like,
idea.
that'd be
That's a good
crazy,
idea.
dude.
Use that as
Yeah.
like a marketing piece. Like, instead of
I
everything.
I think you hit the nail on the head, like hardware-wise, what the gimmick could be.
Watch Garrick be
I,
100%.
I think that
I
is.
know, right? God damn.
I feel like I was almost there with the slide-up screen, and then you
I
said
like
that,
the
and I'm like,
concepts
that
there,
makes,
but like
yeah.
the way I was trying to think of how Nintendo does things. Like they like to innovate, but they don't like to take risks like that, right? And that tech is still so fresh, right? That like that screen would have to be durable as hell, and that's just not that. It's just not quite in that family market. But that with that clamshell, dude, they can make it, dude. And can you think of how the dock would function? It'd be so fucking slick, dude. You
Yeah.
just close that bitch up, pop the controllers off, and just. Dude,
Yep.
it would fit in so
Dude,
nice, and it could be
what if it's-
so thin.
What if the controllers don't pop off? It's just like it just extends and then like you retract it.
I would
Yeah,
want them to
dude.
pop off though. I would want them.
And maybe
to
if
pop
you
off.
like, you could remove it. Like, but like the way it extends, like you could like it's compact like this, but like once you open it up, you can like that.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
yeah.
Oh, could you? Yeah, imagine you've got some ergonomic like grips, things you can get to it, so like you can fit like your bigger hands. Because like the clamshell,
big
you're gonna like
hands.
it's gonna need like because the weight distribution is gonna be a little different than the Switch, right? Because the clamshell shape. So
Yeah.
like you'll have to be able to like if you got like your controllers at a wider stance, that won't feel like awkward.
Yeah. So like you can have it extend like if need be and like just or
Yeah, that
close
shit
in
would go
like
crazy. That shit would go crazy.
We're gonna be
I just think we're ready for the like it's just gonna be like a
I'm
Nintendo
excited.
best of design. Like I'm ready for a new Nintendo console. I love Nintendo.
I'm gonna be honest. If I don't have a PS5 yet, and this thing gets announced, I will not buy a PS5. I
I
will
might
wait.
get I should probably get the Switch too, brothers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just have
because
to.
here's the thing: the games I want to play on PS5 are coming to PC. We already know that.
I think we're okay. So two things: we're gonna be sorely disappointed when this thing ends up being like a toilet bowl shaped piece of shit. I'm kidding. I'm kidding,
yes,
obviously, but
but you know what?
Nah, I
Let me
like
be
my design.
hopeful right now. Let me be hopeful.
I think we could, and I just want to throw my candy in here before we end out. I think that I'm leaning towards them doing the clamshell thing. I do think that they will do that. However, I think that there's going to be some sort of kind of what Garrick was saying, but we're going to get an exterior and interior screen. Does that make sense? Like the lid, the top of the clamshell is going to have a screen.
It'll cover so you can play it handheld, no problem.
So you can play it from a
yeah,
close
so it'll be like a
perspective as
double-sided
well.
screen.
Correct.
When you flip it open, that screen will turn off.
Right,
know?
right. And
Yeah,
I think games will utilize that distribution of single screen and double screen purposefully, depending what the game is and what you're doing on there.
Using
You
it from a
open it up
gameplay
and then you
standpoint
get a
could be pretty
big
cool.
display.
The next Legend of Zelda game they'd probably use some crazy stuff with that.
It'd probably just like display your map and your items and stuff like that. Like
You just imagine it displaying like within like opacity on the screen beneath.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
and,
sir.
and like a lot of the Final Fantasy games that you would play on the 3DS, even if you were utilizing like the stylus or anything like that, it would just have like all your command window and your characters like information and stuff like that on the bottom, while the game would be on the main screen, you know. Or
Right.
like if you played a Zelda game, it would have your map down there. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Here's
like
here's
this. I
here's
like
my
this.
thing too, though, and I'm going to say this with a little bit of caution. I think that they're going to do away with the Joy-Cons.
I think they're gonna.
I
don't
think they need
so.
to greatly improve its design.
Yeah, I think they'll improve it.
I don't know. I think they've gotten so much grievance because of the Joy-Cons that they're just going to have the controller back on the console itself, and they're going to offer more options for wireless controllers as like, you know, peripherals.
But Switch Sports.
No, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. And like Switch Sports will probably like release with a special edition Joy-Con-esque thing to come with them. I just think that
Might
like
bring back nunchucks.
their console's gonna have the controller on it the same way that the ROG Allied is. I think they're
But
gonna
the
lean in
Legion
that
Go
direction.
has the detachable controllers.
It
And
does,
a
for
lot
sure,
of
yeah.
reviewers said that this could be the baseline for Nintendo to compare to their Joy-Cons and to make better because of the design of the buttons and the joysticks on them.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's I just have a gut feeling. I feel like that I could see a situation where they just don't want to deal with the bullshit that they've dealt with the Joy-Cons. Because I mean, like, sure, they've made a good amount of extra money because people got a hell of a lot of fucking
They
stick
actually
drift.
lost a lot of money on that
But
because
yes.
they did free repairs and stuff like that on them, but it was only
Correct,
for certain
correct.
models that people had that issue, i.e. Garrick and I.
Yeah, I
But
had to mail mine in.
Yep.
they vastly improved the functionality of those joysticks with their later entry and their OLED, where that's not an issue anymore. So I feel like they learned their lesson, and they're just gonna. And that's why the console is also gonna be a little bit more expensive. It's just because they're gonna use better parts in their design now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can see a world in which the Switch Lite was intentional. Quote me on that.
Oh,
that.
100%.
Put that on the
I
record.
bet you the digital only version is the Switch Lite version of whatever their next console.
I see you, doggy dog. And with that, Devin, let's fucking end this goddamn show, baby.
Yep. With that being said, guys, let's talk about our schedule for the rest of the week. Nothing tomorrow. It's Wednesday, you fucks. So I know I'm gonna be
fuck
busy
off.
because I have to keep practicing my set because I'm playing some shows for the first time in almost
He's a
5
dancer
years.
now. He's a dancer now. He has to
Yeah,
practice his
yeah.
set on stage.
Ernell and I are
Yeah.
gonna play Division.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell
Um,
yeah, baby. Let's go.
No,
We're
I'm
playing
gonna be
D2 tomorrow.
practicing all day tomorrow. Friday, guys, we're playing the finals here. I should be here for
Who's
that,
playing?
boys. I was gonna say I should be here for that, boys, but I might be buying a car that day. So
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here who has not played that game yet.
you should play that tomorrow instead because there is a tutorial and you should know how to play that game.
Yeah.
It's really
Por
easy.
qué no los dos? You know what I'm saying? Por qué no los dos? You know
But
what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
the finals, splash damage. Ernell's gonna suck. It's fine.
hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
You know what? I will say the first time I played that game with Garrick, it was awesome. He went from like, I don't know about this, blah blah blah. We're gonna lose because of me. By the time we got done playing, Garrick's like, I actually really like this.
It was
Should-
surprisingly enjoyable.
Should I play it on my PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
I played on PC, so
Garrick,
should
you
play
say
on your
PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Yeah.
I downloaded it on both. It felt superior on PlayStation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
and then guys, Saturday, I hope you're ready for this. And I know what I'm doing right after this episode.
Right?
Guys, we are reviewing the new Disney Plus series Echo on
Mhm.
Saturday,
Mhm.
and I am
Yep.
so fucking excited to
Let's
watch
fucking
this.
burn through it, boys.
I'm ready.
burn
I'm
through it.
ready.
I'm so ready.
So
this
excited.
this
dude.
one is TV mature. They also recently announced that all Netflix Marvel is canon,
It's officially canon. Yeah.
officially canon.
All of it's
now.
officially canon, dog.
So-
Oh,
yeah.
fucking stupid if it wasn't. I'm just
I
saying.
know
It would
because
be
they
really
even
dumb. It would be
mentioned
really,
the
really
Battle
dumb.
of New York in the first season of
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
talk about it multiple times. So yeah, guys, let us know what you feel about the Switch 2. Do you think it's coming this year? Do you think it's going to be in 2024? Do you think it's a holiday release or a summer release? What do you think the design is? I don't really care right now, but go to our Discord and tell us there. Or
I think
you
they're gonna
can
go
tell
back to
me
their
how
roots
stupid
and
I
make
am in
wooden
the
cards.
YouTube comments. Go for it. You know what they say, bad publicity is still publicity. Let's go.
If that was true, you guys wouldn't be on my ass about the things I say.
True. Hey, people like the things that you say. We don't. We're the only ones who don't.
Dude, Garrick's got his furry little asshole in the
Sure
camera.
does,
Yeah, my
dude.
real
That
little
furry
assholes here, guys.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Guys, this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you've enjoyed the show, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive post-content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea.
Nice car.
You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel, clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation point and leaving a review there. But until next time,
Impediabod. And it means...
I put my dick in a bag of